chokwadi pasi pano taiona moto marongera vanoita wepanyika vanoda kudisu vamwe tioneswe moto dai pasina kupindira kwaishe chokwadi pasi pano taiona moto marongera vanoita wepanyika vanoda kudisu vamwe.
Music is to the soul what food is to the stomach. Now, most of us dance to tunes, to lyrics that we don't even understand. They have an effect in our lives. We enjoy them. And at the end of the day, we ask you, when you listen to rumba music, do you even hear what is being sung? Sometimes we do this and it speaks to us because music transcends all boundaries. It transcends politics, religion, and even language. Now, on this, the situation right now, we are going to be talking music and the power of music to make a nation a better place. Now, joining me is one upcoming and amazing set of artists who ride under the name Gweredzo. We are going to be hearing what inspires their music, what inspired them to be where they are and where they are going. Now join me just after this break as we look into Gweredzo, the path and music. Thank you and welcome back. But just as we before we start talking, right, I just want us to listen to some serenading music. I was looking at one of these used to make music. So I just want us to sample what it does. So just play for us a bit of Sambira and whatever it is that you call it. Okay. As we open, yeah.
So this one is titled Vumatie Merani from the album Sambo, a 2018 production.
matenda meta Mungu aya wasondisekerera Upungwa zangu wanditekenyeta ufunge moyo wangu wapa watindiwe Wandaitaga kupa kare kare uye Andifunge kucha uya mungwe Pachipande Pipumatie pera Nendopika usoda kundire Gandi Ndandeka asidai wa vuma Umatie merane Ndopika usoda kundire Gandi ndandeka asidai wa vuma yako ndakamirira, dai wandifarira, moyo wangu ungazorore. If you believe in love, open your heart and then let it go within. Hasi ufunge, moyo wangu wapa watindiwe, wandaitaka kubakare kare uye, handifunge kuchauya mumwe, hachibane, sifumatie mera, ndopika uzoda kundire, kanditie ndandeka, asidai wavuma. Ndakakugarira panzira ndichikumirira, kusvikata tenderana, tsoka dzangu hadzizorore ndichikufambira. Saka ndifumire kuti mudiwa wangu ndiwe, anoda moyo wangu ndiwe, handifunge kuchauya mumwe. Asi ufunge, moyo wangu wabva wati ndiwe, wandaitsvaga kubva kare kare uye, handifunge kuchauya mumwe, hachibva neipfumatie merani.
Amazing, amazing music. Now, you guys have got to talk to me so that you have the pleasure, you know, of not going to the band, but just asking the guys to come to you and sing for you like they're doing with you right now. But amazingly, I'm just going to allow my guests today to introduce themselves and then just tell us what role they play in the band. I'm going to start from my left.
Hello, good day. My name is Wilfred Nikis. I play bass in the band.
He's the loudest guy in the band.
Hello, my name is Tinashe Masanguza. I play guitar and I also do production for the band.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Nyasha Eugene Murada. I do the lead vocals and I also do Bendira as well.
Amazing. Now joining me is going to be my co-presenter this afternoon, just doing things a little bit different. I'll allow him to introduce himself, but he's one of those passionate people who support and love arts, especially the young and upcoming artists, and he makes it a point to actually support them by attending bands and listening to their music and talking about it. Musa?
Thank you so much, Dara, and welcome, guys. My name is Musa Kika. I play drums in the Gwewedzi band. Hopefully one day I will. But it's such a pleasure to be here. I'm a big fan and keen follower of the Gwewedzi experience, the Gwewedzi music.
Amazing. Now let's start from the Gwewedzi experience that Musa talks about. Now can you just share with us what actually is the Gwewedzi experience?
Yeah, so what we call Gwewedzi experience is every time you come and experience Gwewedzi while it is playing, it is an experience on its own. We have a mantra which we give to our experiences. It's simply wordplay, rhythm and melody, all in perfect harmony. So every time when you are experiencing the Gwewedzi experience, you feel that. There is wordplay, rhythm, harmony, then gives you music. That's what we call Gwewedzi experience.
Yeah, he's talking about wordplay, rhythm, and experience. I mean, all put in one. How difficult is it to be able, you know, to get the recipe right?
To say it is difficult, I wouldn't say it's difficult. Maybe because it's something that we've been doing over time. You know, kana uri chef anogadzira pizza pane level unozosvikira unonga wangosanganisa tu kwakutoziya muscle memory and everything. Yeah, so yeah, During the early days, it's kind of a task, but as time goes on, it becomes an inborn thing, and just like that. It just happens like magic. So to say it's difficult, but as we'll be mixing different elements from wordplay, rhythm, melody to create a harmony of those. Yeah, there's a thought process which is part of the whole production of the music. But the thought process is interesting than difficult.
So you guys, you do music which is quite unique. In my view, I describe it as authentic. Right, you play mbira, you sing music that really speaks to the African soul, to the Zimbabwean soul. And many young people these days don't really follow that kind of music. What made you decide on this kind of music, and what does it mean to you?
What I would say is the music is an expression of the inner person. That's what I can say. That's how we go to we are just expressing what is already inside. That's how it becomes unique, as you have said. But however, we also borrow some elements from the sounds that we grew up on, as well as some other sounds that we have taken upon ourselves to study and get to understand.
And looking at the content of your music, I love the album Mungo, it sounds to me to have a migration theme. How do you come to a point where you say this is going to be the content of our music? This is what we are going to communicate. What drives that? What's the motivation behind that?
So I'll start by adding on what Nyasha was saying. When we create music, as you have said, that it's unique. It's unique, I think, because of where we come from. Our environment shapes what we are actually creating to be music. So imagine you are growing in a society with different cultural groups. We have people from Malawi, we have people from Zambia, we have people from South Africa, and we have people from Mashingo, we have people from Nyazura. All those people are surrounding us, and they have different sounds which they produce from their ethnic backgrounds. So the uniqueness now comes in this way. We borrow drums from Kule, Wankulu from Malawi. Then we say we want to use this percussion. But when we want to use this percussion, we need to break it. So we are mixing Gule and Mande in Bakumba. Nobody has ever done that so far to that level. So it sounds new, yet it's also popular to your ear. It's familiar to your ear. So that's how the uniqueness part comes. Then getting to the question you asked about Nungo, the content. What surrounds us also gives us that content. We have our neighbors, some we have migrated to South Africa, and they have a family back in Zimbabwe, and there are situations which we see, which we experience, and us as people, we also experience those things personally. That I have my brother who is in South Africa, who is sending things every day. How is he getting that money? Arikupindana nezvinhu zvakawanda sei kuti asvike pakunditumira kana iri 100 rand kana iri 200 rand. So we just turn those stories into music.
I want to do a follow-up on that. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it does appear like the music that gets mainstream is not the kind of music that you see. Music that's played on radio. I don't think our radio and television, for that matter, does enough to spotlight the kind of authentic music that you do. Is that something that gets to you? Is that something that worries you?
It gets to us but it doesn't worry us. Why? Because as musicians, there are two types of musicians: those who just want to make money, but those who want to change people's lives and at the same time have a life out of that music. So being mainstream, it's takes it in order cover on top. We need to be famous and rich, but at the end of the day, it's about the lives of people whom we are singing to. So it's one person at a time. It's better to change one person's life or to actually avoid suicide among one than to have 1,000 people who are not even listening to what you are saying.
That's powerful. That's powerful. But the only band member who doesn't have dreadlocks.
It does have them though.
It does.
But I got away, man.
I wouldn't go to say
You make the loudest noise as the best guitarist, but some say the bass is also the soul of the band. Tell us how it feels when you do, you know.
Yeah, to play bass, it's a big role, because the bass and the drum, you'll be the backbone of the band. Saga, you have to be tight. Apana ma mistakes, apana chi saga.
But I just want us to understand, you know, how do you connect the lyrics to what then becomes the strumming of the strings and make it speak to each other? You know, is it just you just think do or what happens? What's the process like?
Yeah, it's a whole big process, because nifana kuterera vocal, nifana kuterera guitar, nifana kuterera everything chiri pa instrument, nifana kuterera. Inini ndindozo decide kuti chikufamba chakadai so through bass rangu ndinjira ndichigroova nekuvhara magepa anenge akaita se akavhurika mamwe aya.
Kugroova.
I think we want to experience Kugroova kwacho. So soon I think we want to launch into another song.
Yeah.
But I want to, earlier before we started this interview, we were speaking about how Zimbabwe is a musical society. But part of what we see around us is that we don't have an industry in the way that a music industry would survive or would need to exist in a particular country. What do you think needs to be done for us to have the kind of infrastructure that really supports the kind of art and craft that you guys are producing?
I think first of all, we have a limitation. A skill to pass information from one person to the other. At now we master as a society or as a nation, if I may say. So there are certain processes that we could teach each other. But because we don't have the skill to move information from one person to the other, we have a situation whereby anoziva anotoita ari kwaari asingaziva anongoramba achingodzungairawo arimo achingojumawo achidai. So I think for us to get there, to achieve that, we have to come together. Everybody has to come on board and set up a system. In everybody are really it's system you're going to achieve, but the system you're going to achieve whatever we want to achieve as a whole industry, as a whole nation. I think we can achieve, because hakuna chisinga achieve it as long as we put our minds together. In energy.
Yeah. So you guys, were you taught? Did anyone teach you what you do? How did you come to have the kind of expertise that you have? I'm asking this as a follow-on to what you said about information sharing. Vasingazive, havatozive, varikuziva varikuita zvinhu zvavo in their corner. How did you get to have this kind of craft and art perfected?
Yeah, so we are a product, indirectly a product of the formal education system. How? When we first met, it's only Tinashe that attended formal school of music. My skills are aripo, nguva yacho iyoyo taitorova kunzara. There's a certain element yaunenge usati wamaster to be a whole product. So that's when we met, and Tinashe took it upon himself to teach us some other elements which are part of the music making process, like basic music theory, and also understanding kuti kana tichoti mina F ukati ndichitaura kuti
Manotes.
yeah, because you wangu jarongoti gitarira munhu ngwe wako but unozotanga kunzwisisa kuzondibatiswa manje no kana gitarira richidai so iwe hauchangodedzereka wakuenda wakadai so chichi yeah. So yeah, that's how we got to learn the stuff that we've learned so far.
You wanted to add something?
Yeah, I think I can add one or two. So, you're asking about how we can actually share the knowledge we have as a nation, not as individuals. We are now talking on a national level. So you'll find out that in our locations, in our ghettos, out of 4 people, there are at least 1 or 2 musicians. What does that tell you? It tells you that those people, we as a nation, they should be employed by the nation. What am I saying? We should earn something from music. As you have said that everyone is music. The difference is, are you a professional musician or an amateur musician? So you'll find out that everyone is doing music, whether you're an amateur or you're a professional. But what now needs to be done is, what if, for example, our government set aside a budget for music marketing? Let's say we pick some musicians in our nation. For example, we have Nati O, we have Winky T, right? We put our money on Winky T. Can't Winky T be like Benabo? For example, we have BTS from South Korea. BTS on its own, they actually bring into South Korea 4 billion per year in a 10 billion industry. But one band is bringing in 4 billion. So what needs to be done, I think, it's investing from education, music education. Music education in Zimbabwe, it seems like it's an extra curriculum, yet it's the one which makes us move. If you don't have music, you don't move. Even in your car, you can't move without playing music. Even if I get into your car, I'll ask you, do you have a radio? So what needs to be done is, we now need to up our gear and really understand that music is an economic driver on its own. It can change the war situation which we are seeing like at the moment, whereby we have 99%, 95% unemployment rate, but we have everyone who can sing.
Except me.
You can sing. You can dance. Let me tell you something. Magenda kumariro munoimba. The fact that magenda kumariro munoimba is part of our culture. That's our musical culture. So if you can sing kumariro, it means that even if you come to a gig, you are part of the gig. So African music, like, it encompasses each and every person who is available. Someone is playing arikuclepa my hands, but at the end of the day, when you listen to that, you find out that there is a synchronization, iripo, whether but there is that sound which which unites us. For example, cricket. If you go to cricket, it's not everyone who can sing, but everyone is singing and supporting the team. And that is the team choir. It will be a whole choir.
Shall we launch into a song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one now?
Today, move.
I'm resisting asking for a title, but give us what you want to give us.
Okay. No, you can guide us, Musa.
You can guide us.
Shingo. Yeah, it's one of my favorite colors.
Okay, now this one is titled Shingo, from the album that you mentioned, Mungo's album. Yeah, it's a story of that person who has lost hope. It's a hopeless romantic. Yeah. But eventually he finds the one another that changes his whole view on life. So here's Shingo. Dotura mafemo mubindure michero kutenderera zvakwana. Wafunya chisero chinokunda chiyero rudo chisikana. Wako musungo handimbo chakanure nditambarare zvangu kwandabva kure. Dotura mafemo mubindure michero kutenderera zvakwana. Makutanga moyo waiva nevanhu raisaputika svingo randanga ndavaka. Iwe wakati usapika zarura hangasava mashura. Paiva pakuru moyo pawanga wasunga. Yose iri makaye yavo vakanga vatanga. Wakazondisha ndura pfungwa ndasara padoko kuwa. Ndiwe wasivarima nechaedza ungu parefu asindichaedza. Hapo ndokundikana iva simba rangu pandindorasika undidzore. Ndagutsikana kukunda ruchiva usipo hazvaiva nyore. Handivhunduke kana uchinge uriko kunyangwe nyika indishore. Moyo semeruka kune mhepo rudo mafuta undizore. Ndokundikana iva simba rangu pandindorasika undidzore. Ndagutsikana kukunda ruchiva usipo hazvaiva nyore. Handivhunduke kana uchinge uriko kunyangwe nyika indishore. Moyo semeruka kune mhepo rudo mafuta undizore. Wangu munyoro nyoro sedonje. Wakandinyurura panda kange ndoverombe. Wakandidzosa nguva ndokundinongedza zuva. Dzakapera shungu dzemoyo wakanga wafa. Zvedi yakadzoka tariro yandanga ndarasa. Wakazondisha ndura pfungwa ndasara padoko kuwa. Ndiwe wasivarima nechaedza ungu parefu asindichaedza.
apo ndokundikana iva simba rangu pandinorasika undidzore ndagutsikana kukunda ruchiva usipo hazvaiva nyore handivhunduke kana uchinge uriko kunyangwe nyika indishore moyo seneruka kune mhepo rudo mafuta undizore handivhunduke usipo
So a hopeless romantic who found hope.
Yeah.
What a beautiful song. Who wrote it?
So yeah, our creative process is collective.
Yeah.
So usually it starts from a scenario. Then from a scenario, we start building up the words and the melody.
Whose scenario was it? Whose scenario?
Someone's story here. Wolf it.
From the scenario, no, this story starts with our first album. Our first album, Runondi Tsambo. So Tsambo, it's a bracelet. Raiswa a vow on it and given to someone. Okay. So when you are kanwashika pa level rekuti wakubvisa wakuisa vow on a ring, on a bracelet or on a head, it means kuti zvakuitira. So Tsambo was about the courtship process. Kubva painotanga kusvika vanhu vapinda mumba vamukadzi nemurume. So Ningerekene Shingo, it's a continuation from the last song, Iripa album, Runonzi. So his story could continue to Danana. So he is appreciating it now. Yes, Dane wife. But at the end of the day, Kunungo, but I can't sustain these people while I am here. And I'm married, and I can't deny you, but in the skill. So it's better to leave and go kunotsvaga kwekuti ndikwanise kuraramisa mhuri. So yekutanga it's sort of a song yekubhabhadzira kuti wangu ka ndiwakandinyurura pandakange ndove rombi. So now I should go there. Never mind kuti ndichazoita sei, but I need to take care of Savunduke.
So that's the first song on the album.
Yeah, that's the first song, but there is an introduction to that album also.
So you speak about the story, continuation. You guys are working on, you're about to drop your third album. Is there a continuation of the story, or in that album we are going to have a different Gweredzi experience?
Don't be that different. But we are coming in with a bit more modern sounds, and we are encompassing music, sounds, elements and music from different cultures, ethnic groups. Now we are incorporating like Europe, America, whereby you'll be listening to a song, ugunzwa hip hop, but at the same time ugunzwa mbira, apana munhu ari kurepa. So that is the kind of an album we are actually working on.
Pass number yo.
No. But if you are a hip hop fan, you can actually hip hop.
So the theme of love also seems to be resonating across, your music, who you are, your identity. And I would want you to talk to us about Gweredzi and what it means. It's quite an unusual term. For a band, right? What does it mean?
So Gweredzi is a Shona name given to a messenger who carries the word flower.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Now we know. So now the connection between the name and the band. Since Gweredzi is carrying a message of love, and with hopes of starting a relationship between two different people, a relationship which will last. So same as what we are doing as a band. Our music is not made up of one line of sound or one line of inspiration. It draws inspiration from different angles, different cultures, which are being brought together, and also being of a younger generation and tracing back to our roots, our culture, in the form of mbira and rhythmic patterns, and the language itself, the Shona. We do normal Shona, but people say we do deep Shona. I don't know if there's something. I don't know if there's something like deep Shona, because Shona is Shona. It's just that we are used to mixing Shona and English.
So Gwevedzi is different from Munya.
Yeah, in the sense that Gwevedzi role is mostly at the beginning of the courtship process, and
Runable.
exactly. And now it is between the two, the boy and the girl. But the Munyai now is going between families.
Munema graduate.
Yeah, it's the groom's family. Right, so. Graduate.
Vamwe vanongogumira pakuita vana zvana Gwevedzi
Yeah, primary nesecondaries, you know, put on one grade 7.
So Edwin, from what Nyasha is saying, us as Gwevedzi, what we are trying to do is we need to create an environment whereby different age groups can sit and listen to music pamwe chete. Kwete kuti dead vanomboya bvata izvi zvamuri kuridza izvi nina ntomboda kuzvinzwa panapa. We are creating a music whereby a young kid can actually vibe to it. A 99-year-old granny can actually sit there and say, "Komana munogona." So we are actually uniting different generations through music.
Wilfred, earlier we spoke about Nyaye support, in the music industry. Badara, is music paid? I ask this question because you are a young band in terms of age, your age group, but also you are starting and you guys are full-time into music. You are living your passion, you are living your dream, and you actually want to communicate a message to the nation through music. But at the end of the day, you also need to sustain yourselves. That's the only way in which you can keep doing the work that you're doing, and we can keep seeing you for generations to come. Is it paid?
Yeah, we can't say it's paying now, but for us it's a different case. We are not aiming only for money. To us, music is a lifestyle. We are doing it for the people. We have to impact the next person and also preserve the Shona culture and our African cultures, my rhythms, and through music. So Mari, but for now,
so because another artist, young artist, aspiring artist who's watching, they want to do what you're doing, full time into it, right? Are they going to be assured that they can sustain themselves? And for me, this question is so deep because it determines how much of our young talent blooms into full-scale artists at the end of the day.
Yeah. To music, if you get into music aiming for money only, you will miss it. Music yakafanana namfundisi. Mfundisi either mchechi mabviswa type kana kuti munobviswa type. Mfundisi afana kumira papulpit, vaparidze shoko richachinja situation yemumwe munhu ari congregation. But the real mufundisi chaiwo no matter what anofana kumira pamberi pavanhu achiita se achimotivate nekuinspire vanhu kuti vanhu varamba vakafocasa vasarasike direction.
Saka kana mukamira makadaro rent munozoita sei, chikafu munozoita sei?
Nodzoka kwekwe kuna mufundisi. You find out kuti mufundisi vari kunyatsoita basa chaizvo chaizvo. Pane achangouya obva ati mufundisi ka kumba kwakamira zvakanaka. Then so what I'm saying is there are people who help us they are not like actively involved, but there are some things which we can acquire because we have just seen Shingo. The next thing andiyafonera mukoma kuti mukoma Musa then kwakaipa and mukoma Musa kutozoti akomana vanongoridza magitare chete. If we create my relationships with the people who support us, I think there are no difficulties around one disaster. What we are trying to say is to say Gweredzi vanhu vesadamari totoida, but we've answered to the call. Kuti isusu we are musicians, that's our life. Chero makasandipa mari nhasi ndakasaimba, probably I'm going to be depressed. So it's better to sing. This number that you but somehow it has opened.
What we aspire at the end of the day, hopefully, for us to have an industry which is functional, is for the art to also bring in returns.
Yeah, we have to sacrifice for the next generations. So for the next generations to know that it's not all about money. It starts with us. It starts with one person. Isusu takazonzi ndane million nasi. It inspires someone akandiona ndichitanga ndisina kubasa kwandoenda ndichita music as an occupation, as a career, and at the same time as a lifestyle.
So I really like the point you raised about the analogy Wilfred you gave about Mfundisi, right? And you said another. So you guys, to me, you are like preachers to us, right? You are like preachers to our society, and you are right. A day without music, one artist said, and he was actually just praised in an interview, music, violence. Something will go wrong because we need music. But let's talk about you guys. I've watched you a couple of times, and you seem to be a tightly knit group. How did you meet? Where did you meet? Where are you guys from?
To the romance in your tongue.
I think that's good.
Naturally, but we all stay in Tsarasekwa. We were born and grew and bred in Tsarasekwa. DZ3 to be precise. So, do Patika Sangada. Nyasha was working with a group, right? Raids are confused hip hop and African music. So I was the guy, I was the producer who can actually play the Mbira and put my 808s.
You also play Mbira?
Yeah, I think I play a lot of history. Other one. So as a group, you came with other 3 guys. Then we started working on music. So while we were working on music, me and Wilfred were the producers. We didn't want to play. We just want to be producers. We didn't want to be in front of them. We like to run.
My quarter.
No. Satoda. It's like we are the behind the scenes guys. But as time moves on, Nyasha, they were singing. We have 3 singers in that group. And I was the producer, he was the producer. Then Nyasha was the backing vocalist. Yeah, he was the backing vocalist. He was just like that, but as a people, we need to know each and every person's strength. Kutozoti Mkomadara, he's good at talking. Then we really want to garaganya, like we is the quietest part. Shano burita mkani wamage pano chara pajoga. Ashfa nongo buda. That's why I chara bagada say. And it is. So Nyasha was the lead, was the backing vocalist, and there was a rapper. So I just tried to shift because I have heard with voice of Nyasha can be powerful more than this one. Then it didn't end well with others, and they said, Murizo Chino, I got to go serenity chan. Chage and Murizo Chino, I got to go serenity chan. Chage, then from there, that's 2016. Up to now, we have been spending all our time together.
So you're actually friends. You spend most of your
We
time
are now more than friends.
brothers.
Yeah, we are now brothers because zvinoitika kumba kwana Nyasha ndozvisiva, zvinoitika kumba kwedu anozvisiva, zvinoitika kwana Wiri. So we are like akatenga hembe nyowani, I know kuti tenga hembe nyowani. So we are now like brothers, like ukama unogadzirwa nenzira dzakasiyana. It's no longer about our surnames or our totems, but because we are here, we are now relatives.
Yeah. So I want to just understand, most musicians have died, especially out of sexually transmitted diseases, because when you got on the stage, a lot of people throw themselves. How have you handled that?
It's a tough question in the sense that we haven't of yet reached that level where the artists that you are mentioning have reached and they meet their demise because of my STIs and stuff. So to say, we have conquered and we have conquered. But it is with great hope that we manage to stay focused and always keep our heads on the prize. And so far we have managed.
Zviriko mafoni anotombopinda, but at the end of the day it comes back to who are you and what do you want to achieve at the end of the day. Because I believe that if you put yourself into the things which you were not expecting, because result already because hauna idea yekuti chakatangira apa chichanopererako. And I think where we are right now, it's a good process whereby pamwe pacho unotomboshaya mari ye-airtime. Zvinotidzidzisa kuti paunoiwana mari, how are you going to use that money? All of us, we have responsibilities, as you were asking kuti guys, saka munorarama sei muchingoita music chete. At the moment, music is paying us kuti tikwanise kuita take care of our responsibilities at now. Like he takes care of a family of 5. His mom is dead, and 3 brothers. I also do the same. I'm taking care of my tuwazukuru twangu, tuwana twa sister yangu, because I am the older guy pamba. Nyasha is also doing the same kumba kwao. So you find out that each and every scenario inoiswa pamberi penyu ndo ichaita kuti mumanage kukunda whatever which you face.
So I'll get Musa to give us the last 2 questions because we're running out of time. But what we are going to do again is to give our viewers a live experience of you on stage, and allow them to also get a fusion and a feel for it. But Musa, over to you.
Well, for me, and I very much look forward to that. But for me, I just wanted to get to know the guys a bit more. Now, who's the peacemaker in the group?
I'm the peace master.
I'm the peace master.
Yeah, don't need to be like.
So it's the one who pacifies and calms situations.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you have been in situations unavoidable, right?
I think nenguva yata nayo tichishanda tiri tese. Pane mamwe arguments ataimboita astoriko. Like makatondiudza kuti boys musazobreak. For me, it's like you are telling me kuti na baba wako amjafana kuonana. Because tatara nyaya kuti pane a relationship iripo. So the moment Nyasha anoti haina handichada, Tomorrow.
Who amongst you is the one who has gotten you into the most trouble, the most problems?
As we
But you said
he's the peacemaker, but he
they are not considered.
ndabotara panotaura
It will be bomb.
you will know him.
Fantastic. So I think I would like to give you Nyasha an opportunity to speak to the audience. What one thing would you want them to take away from this conversation from Gwevezi? What one thing do you want them to look out for or to think about when they hear Gwevezi? And then I think we can close out with this.
Yeah. Firstly, I would recommend them to follow Gwevezi on our social platforms. That's Facebook is Gwevezi, Instagram Gwevezi, Twitter as well is Gwevezi, then YouTube is Gwevezi Zimbabwe. Do take time to listen to the Gwevezi music and get a feel and an understanding of a story from Zvarasekwa, from Harare, from Zimbabwe. It's your story, it's my story, it's our story. Yeah.
Amazing. Now, thank you so much for joining us here on Heart and Soul TV and radio, where we had Gwevezi. But we're just going to listen to one of their songs on stage, because as we're doing this interview, they're preparing also to go on stage and entertain. But please do follow them on their social media handles and platforms so that you can get to learn more about them. Now, it's very, very important to support acts that are young, that are unique, so that we keep the music and the vibe alive. Yeah. I believe that big artists are big because we take time to support them and listen to their music, right? So this has been, and this is, with my partner this afternoon, a human rights lawyer, but a music fan. So the last time I had an interview with him, he challenged me to listen to Gwevezi. He challenged me to talk to them and have them on my platform. And I said, if you want me to do it, you sit with me and we co-host this.
And I met my side of the bag.
Amazing. So thank you very, very much, guys. Wish you the best as you go on stage. I'll be rooting for you and listening to you. But as Musa said, favor us with one last piece.
Okay. Now this one is Swichida from the album Mungo. You know, most of the times we pray and hope for things to be better in the future, but there's always one thing that we always forget to pray for, which is preparedness. It's an opportunity we have lost many opportunities because we fail to realize that there are actually opportunities. So this is Richida.
Zangu zvadzapera ndinofambira murenje mugwenga ndizere huruva nderimwe nguva zvichida ndiri chizukuru chechina dai wandinzwira ngoniwe ndingauna masimba ndiwe dai zaigona paya pamunogova nakomborero parenyu neni musandidarike uwe dai mandizodza handina kana gona ndiri wazuro unovana itete zvipinge kure ndofara kare kare asi zuva rega rega wangu mufaro kusekana musoro gare kuwe asikandi mwene timwe sine nguva rangu odunundu rinosuwa parinobuda zuva riwanenda karingira dairokoyo ngeonoda kuguma kamwezepo konge konosima mbamba parinobuda zuva riwanenda karingira asikandi mwene timwe sine nguva rangu odunundu rinosuwa parinobuda zuva riwanenda karingira karirokoyo ngeonoda kuguma kamwezepo konge konosima mbamba parinobuda zuva riwanenda karingira
parinobuda zuva riwanenda karingira.
May I make a confession? I once bought a Mbira and I tried to teach myself. I failed dismal. I think I have a new Mbira teacher now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We can make it work.
Thank you guys, and thank you very much for joining us on the situation right now. With me, your host as usual, Dada B. And we had musicians in the house. Now we're changing things, not just politics. We also feed the soul with music. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Therefore, to my co-hosts, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Therefore.